Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Trump tariffs updates. World braces for Liberation Day, as Donald set to impose most dramatic batch of trade taxes yet. The world is bracing for President Donald Trump's Liberation Day, as he prepares to unveil brand new tariffs. Trump is expected to announce sweeping reciprocal tariffs, raising what the U.S. charges on imports to match the fees other countries put on American goods. The president has called the massive trade decision Liberation Day and vowed the move will end years of other countries ripping us off. It comes ahead of new auto tariffs going into place on Thursday, slapping a 25% tax on cars made outside the U.S. Trump will make his announcement at 4 p.m. Read our Trump Tariffs blog for the latest updates on Liberation Day. Trump is reportedly considering creating an external revenue service for tariffs. He mentioned this plan during his inauguration address, saying the ERS would be in charge of collecting all tariffs, duties, and revenues. The Trump administration has slapped 25% tariffs on beer and empty aluminum cans, according to a notice by the Federal Reserve. The U.S. will begin collecting the taxes starting at 12:01 a.m. on Friday. The move tweaks Trump's previous tariffs on aluminum imports. Trump's 25% automobile tariffs start on Thursday at 12:01 a.m. ET, according to the Federal Register. The tariffs will be placed on all foreign cars and foreign auto parts before May 3. When Trump got word of 4 Senate Republicans reportedly joining Democrats in opposing the tariffs, he called them out on a post on Truth Social just before 1 a.m. on Wednesday. Trump said he hopes McConnell, Collins, Murkowski, and Paul will hopefully get on the Republican bandwagon, for a change, and fight the Democrats' wild and flagrant push to not penalize Canada for the sale into our country of large amounts of fentanyl, by tariffing the value of this horrible and deadly drug in order to make it more costly to distribute and buy, he wrote. They are playing with the lives of the American people and right into the hands of the radical left Democrats and drug cartels. The Senate bill is just a ploy of the Dems to show and expose the weakness of certain Republicans, namely these 4, in that it is not going anywhere because the House will never approve it, and I, as your president, will never sign it. The Senate is set to vote later today to undo Trump's tariffs on Canada. Virginia Senator Tim Kaine said at today's press conference that Republican Senator Mitch McConnell reportedly plans to back the Senate Democrats. 3 other Republican senators, including Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, Susan Rand Paul of Kentucky, and Susan Collins of Maine, are seemingly leaning towards voting with the Democrats. The vote would need all Senate Democrats plus the 4 Republicans to vote in favor to pass the Senate. The move is largely symbolic because it would still have to go through the Republican-controlled House to pass. President Donald Trump has made a final decision on how he'll proceed with his reciprocal tariff plans, according to CNBC. The certainty comes after the president reportedly spent hours internally deliberating over the trade moves in the hours before his announcement at 4 p.m. Donald Trump shared an article from the White House speaking about tariffs on his Truth Social account as Schumer's press continued. The article is titled "Tariffs Work, and President Trump's First Term Proves It." For the first time in decades, the United States will see fair trade as President Donald J. Trump announces tariffs to level the playing field for American workers and businesses, the White House said in the piece. Senator Angela Alsobrooks has filed the Tariff Transparency Act in response to Trump's new tariffs. She demanded the Trump administration be honest about the raised costs. Alsobrooks said she's met with farmers who feel betrayed by the tariffs. Vermont Senator Peter Welch is now speaking out against Trump's tariffs. Nobody supports tariffs, the Democratic lawmaker said. They don't work and they do a lot of hurt. He slammed Trump's trade policy as a faith-based economic plan because there's no evidence that it will work. Welch said America's relationship is changing from mutual respect to distrust. How much pain will he inflict on everyday Vermonters before he comes to his senses? Welch said about Trump. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, along with Senate Democrats, is holding a press conference ahead of Trump's announcement. Schumer is warning about the new tariffs' potential effect on American consumers. "We're going to fight these tariffs tooth and nail," he said. President Donald Trump has described April 2 as Liberation Day, as he prepares to announce new sweeping reciprocal tariffs. A raft of tariffs on imports entering the U.S. is expected to come into effect. Trump is making his big announcement at 4 p.m.